Thank you all so much for joining us today for this year's Leo Jenkins Society event. I'm sorry that we cannot be together in person, but we have a wonderful celebration for you today. Mr. Greg Abiunis, Senior Associate Vice Chancellor for Development, who many of you know well and have worked with over the years, will kick off our event with a warm welcome and opening comments. Enjoy, and I hope to see you all next year. Go Pirates!
Welcome to our virtual 2020 Leo Jenkins Society event. My name is Greg Abiunis, and I'm Senior Associate Vice Chancellor for Development at ECU. This event is always one of my favorite days of the entire year. Like so many things this year, we've had to take a step back and put together something different rather than the in-person event that we would prefer. As Pirates, we understand when we need to tack and change directions. In this case, for safer ground, which is what we're attempting to do today. Although we are not in person, I assure you the same amount of passion, work, and creativity has gone into this event to make it commensurate with the meaningful commitment you have made to so many areas at East Carolina University. Our entire ECU fundraising staff is honored to have conversations with you about your philanthropic interests. We do not take that great responsibility lightly, and we are honored to help discover the most comfortable way for you to achieve your fantastic ideas for support. Whether it's at your office, home, coffee shop, restaurant, or now via video conference, we so embrace learning the important things about you and your family that fuel your passion for East Carolina University. Please know your generosity and the legacy you have established will create a ripple effect felt forever at ECU. Speaking of lasting impacts, we are so fortunate at ECU to have a legacy society named after a truly special leader. Leo Jenkins led the charge to help East Carolina gain university status and then tirelessly led a legislative battle to take the almost immeasurable step of gaining a medical school. His visionary leadership laid the foundation for what our great university has become today. Over the past several years, many of the Jenkins family have attended this event, making it even more special for us all. We would like to extend a warm welcome to them for their attendance and say thank you for what their special family has meant to our university. As one of your virtual hosts today, I'd like to point out your attention to the chat box at the right of the video screen. Feel free to share hellos, comments, and questions during the event. All chat items are live, seen immediately by the audience. You've probably noticed and picked up on the nautical theme worked into today's event. There is a reason for that. Historically, we take members of the society on behind-the-scenes tours of campus at this event. This year, with our unusual format, we wanted to take the opportunity to showcase CSI, ECU's Outer Banks campus. On the coast through CSI, ECU's work is having long-term impact on marine studies and the health of our coastal region. We wanted to use this special time to take members virtually on a tour of this beautiful campus and to show you the extraordinary work being done by Dr. Reed Corbett and his staff in Manteo. Please enjoy the video.
Welcome to the ECU Outer Banks campus, home to ECU Integrated Coastal Programs, the Coastal Studies Institute, and the Department of Coastal Studies.
ECU Integrated Coastal Programs is a leader in coastal and marine research, education, and engagement. ECU Integrated Coastal Programs brings together scientists and researchers across ECU's campuses and integrates the fields of engineering, health, maritime history, and the social and natural sciences. ECU's Integrated Coastal Programs is dedicated to transdisciplinary research, high-quality academic programs, and meaningful community engagement. The program uses an interdisciplinary approach and scientific advances to provide effective solutions to complex problems while helping coastal communities, ecosystems, and economies thrive. Integrated Coastal Programs connects ECU's main campus in Greenville to the coast through ECU's Outer Banks campus. Located on Roanoke Island along the banks of the second largest estuary in the United States, this LEED Gold certified coastal campus spans 213 acres of marshes, scrub wetlands, forested wetlands, and estuarine ecosystems. ECU Integrated Coastal Programs is a college-level academic unit within East Carolina University that includes the Coastal Studies Institute, the ECU Department of Coastal Studies, and ECU Diving and Water Safety. The ECU Outer Banks campus is home to the Coastal Studies Institute, a multi-institutional research and educational institute led by East Carolina University in partnership with North Carolina State University, UNC Chapel Hill, UNC Wilmington, and Elizabeth City State University. CSI focuses on integrated coastal research and education programming centered around the needs, issues, and concerns of coastal North Carolinians. CSI research expertise span a variety of coastal disciplines, including coastal dynamics, ecology, biology, economics, environmental geography, social and behavioral sciences, and engineering. Engagement is core to the mission, and CSI has a robust outreach program with staff that are actively engaged with coastal communities through meaningful education offerings for the general public, lifelong learners, and K-12 students and teachers. In addition to the Coastal Studies Institute, ECU's integrated coastal programs also includes the Department of Coastal Studies, an interdisciplinary department of scientific leaders with expertise across the natural and social sciences. Department of Coastal Studies faculty are committed to advancing coastal science and providing solutions to coastal communities through cutting-edge research and engagement. The department offers academic educational opportunities for both undergraduate students through the semester experience at the coast and graduate students engaged in the Integrated Coastal Sciences PhD program, a research-intensive doctoral degree program housed within the department. Robust research, rigorous academics, and meaningful engagement are central to the mission of ECU's integrated coastal programs, and our faculty and staff are dedicated to working with coastal communities to increase resilience and ensure sustainability, now and in the future.
No event would be complete or even near so without hearing from our Pirate students. Today, we are so pleased to share videos from students who are recipients of scholarships within the Access Scholars Program and Honors College. These students see firsthand the importance of your generosity and the ripple effect of your support. Please know, as part of receiving these awards, they're all encouraged when it becomes possible in their lives to also give back to ECU, adding the ripple to help others. I hope you enjoy this student message.
Hello, my name is Veronica Schaefer. My major is science education with a concentration in biology. I just wanted to say thank you so much for this scholarship. It's already opened so many doors for me. I've met so many great people who are in this program as well, and I just cannot wait to see what other opportunities this scholarship brings me. It greatly impacts me. I plan on being here for 5 years, going to college here for 5 years, because I want to get my master's degree in a year. So hopefully I graduate in 2025 with my master's in science education so that I can be the best educator that I can and maybe possibly one day become a professor here at ECU as well. I'm so grateful that you decided to pick me and even considered me in this option to have this scholarship. Thank you again so much. Have a wonderful day.
Hello, my name is Francisco Solano. I must first start off by saying that I am a senior at East Carolina University, double majoring in chemistry and physics with a minor in math. Who would have thought that 4 years would fly by as they did? And who would have thought that I would be thanking a computer screen rather than you in person? As you can tell by my tone, there's just so much I want to say, so much that I have to thank you for, because my college experience has essentially been shaped by your one generous donation. I just want you to know that you are very much appreciated in what you have done for my dreams, because you are personally involved with my current success and my future success. Hopefully, although it sounds like I am I guess, at a loss for words right now. I can get the chance to meet you so I can give you a proper thank you, because you truly have changed my life.
Hello, my name is Casey Parker. I'm a senior here at East Carolina. I'm studying graphic design, printmaking, and sociology as a member of the Honors College and Access Scholars programs here on campus. I thank you, my family thanks you, and ECU thanks you personally. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope we're able to talk soon. Thank you again.
Hello, my name is Danielle Maynard. I am a second-year counselor education student and will be graduating with a master's in school and college counseling and student affairs spring 2021. My first year was extremely challenging, balancing my career as a full-time teacher and grad student and working a part-time job to afford grad school. Because of you all, I am able to focus on my students and learning so that I can serve families to the best of my ability. Again, thank you so much for all that you've done, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
Hey, good morning. My name is Chris Dibba. I'm the Vice Chancellor for University Advancement here at ECU. Never want to follow students. That is the whole purpose of why we're here. That's the purpose of why you make your wonderful gifts to ECU. But there might be just one person that might be better at following students than me, and that's our Interim Chancellor, Dr. Ron Mitchelson. Ron has been serving in the capacity of Interim Chancellor, has served this campus for decades now, and I don't want to steal his thunder, but there's an announcement out there. Chancellor, thanks for joining us live today. It's important that you do join us, that you have a chance to thank our donors and to speak to what's going on at the university and maybe what's going on in your personal life. Chancellor, thank you.
Thank you, Dibba. And you're absolutely right. It's all about the students, and they are a hard act to follow. Well, first and foremost, a very loud thank you to the Jenkins Society for your generosity. And I know it's a generosity of pirate spirit. It's certainly a generosity of financial resources. And I can't thank you enough for your steadfast support of this great university. You know, COVID-19 has been difficult. It's been difficult on all of us. This is one example. We'd much rather be in a room together, perhaps sharing a meal, as we did just 12 months ago. But that's not in the cards this year. COVID-19, I can't wait to put it in the rearview mirror and move ahead, because that's what pirates do. Sailing ships have a forward only. You know, we're so proud, despite the disruption, of what we're accomplishing here at ECU. I'm excited about the success of our students and the success of our region. I'm glad we highlighted our ECU campus out at the Outer Banks, because these are some of the exciting assets and programs that we have to offer this world of ours. I'm still excited about the simple fact that we're going to be opening a new life sciences and biotech building out there on the corner of 10th and Evans. And across the street, we just announced the development of Intersect East, a place where innovation and entrepreneurship and small business development for our students, our faculty, and for others from the region will take place. So we've got so much going on, and we couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't be in the Princeton Review of Outstanding Universities for the second year in a row without the kind of investments and trust that you have in this great, great university. I'm so proud of the social mobility that we provide our students. We rank 33rd in the country now in the social mobility that we provide our students. And you're part of that. These scholarships that you are so generous in contributing to are a key to student success. Not a key to student success. And I would encourage your continued support there. I check numbers in the morning, and I'm proud to tell you that this university is still a great destination for students. This morning, we had 17,328 applications for fall 2021. Year to date, that's a new record. We set a record last year in applications. We're going to set another record this year. I was just with high school counselors this morning. I meet with them annually. And we had high school counselors from across the state. They're so excited about your university. So keep up the good work. Keep up supporting your university. It's a great return on investment, and I can tell you that, and it's certainly a legacy. Thank you, Leo Jenkins Society. Thank you so much.
So Chancellor, don't step away just yet. I've got either a couple of comments, a couple of questions. First, thanks for highlighting so much of those successes, student success, the new bioscience building, the Coastal Studies Institute. Honestly, your fingerprints are all over those. I've had a chance to work with you for more than 7 years now, and I know as a faculty member, as a department chair, as provost, and now as interim chancellor, all of that success you've been a big part of. It is a team. I know it's a team, and there's a lot of people that deserve praise for that. But you've announced your retirement, and if we could be in person, we would all stand and give you a standing ovation for your service to ECU. I know you're not leaving us quite yet. You'll be going back into the classroom or virtually being in the classroom in the spring. And so I think it's fitting that as you head for retirement, you're serving our students. You're there with our students, which is the most important thing. So I speak as one person, but I represent over 180,000 alumni and, of course, our community and so many partners with our great university in saying thank you for your service. It means so much. So, just wanted to, wrap that up. I'm looking at questions, and honestly, the comments that are coming in are words of congratulations and words of appreciation for your service to our university. So thank you. Thank you. So let me,
Chris, it's been such a privilege, just a clear privilege to do whatever I could to promote the mission of this university. It's first and foremost, it always has been. Thank you, Chris.
No, absolutely. And thank you. And I look forward to continuing to work with you throughout this winter break and into the spring as we search for and ultimately announce our next chancellor. So thank you again. Let me turn my attention and actually turn my appreciation to the audience. Your support of our university through your planned gifts means a tremendous amount. We've already said that we can't meet in person. I'm going to repeat also what Greg said about this being really one of the highlights of the year, the chance to get together, to thank you, to share appreciation, and to recognize those new donors. Because we can't do that, we're going to do that virtually a little bit. We've got a slideshow that's going to run in the background. And I know that there can be some fatigue on these video calls. And so I'm not going to, unfortunately, induct or read off each one of these, but I encourage, as I provide a few comments, I encourage you to pay attention to the screen and recognize and share your appreciation for these donors, their new gifts to the university through estate intentions and other really sophisticated plan giving options to our university. I wish we were in person. I wish I was calling each one forward so that we could recognize them in person, but it is what it is, as they say. But we also recognize that there are some advantages to the format, and the most obvious advantage is that we were able to virtually go out to the Outer Banks. We were able to go out to the coast and see that wonderful program that, again, Dr. Mitchelson was a big part of. It takes a team, but he was a big part of that. So thank you for your support. What I love about plan giving is there is such a strong intentionality of your giving. All giving has purpose. All giving has meaning behind it. You support the mission. But entering into a plan gift is not something that is accomplished in a matter of minutes. It's not accomplished through your support, maybe out of discretionary funds. You are making family decisions. You're making business decisions. You're making very purposeful intentions on giving. And I know there's lots of things that are worth supporting, but we're thrilled that you've made East Carolina University a priority. Our mission is relatively timeless, and I think you show the trust by making a gift of this magnitude and of this sophistication. Our mission is student success, transforming the region, and serving the public. It's been that way. It's going to continue to be that way. Chancellors come and go. Other leaders, academic leaders, athletic directors come and go. But East Carolina University is here, and you're showing that trust in that. And I'm so grateful for that. So thank you. Let me also point out that today is Giving Tuesday. A wonderful tradition has been formed in our country, sort of outgrowth of Thanksgiving, where we all pause and give thanks. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving as you could in this strange environment. But we know that we traditionally would run to the malls on Black Friday and support our economy and be ready for the holidays. And then hopefully we've turned our attention to Small Business Saturday. Support your local communities. Regional economics is so important. Maybe we give enough pause on Sunday, and then we're back at it on Monday with Cyber Monday. And that's where this movement of Giving Tuesday came from. And we don't stress it much here at ECU because we have this great tradition that's a few years now of our Giving Day being in March, associated around the calendar of our Founders Day, and that's Pirate Nation Gives. And so we've been enormously successful in that. And thank you for your support. Some of the gifts that we are celebrating today came in during Pirate Nation Gives last year. So let me give just a few facts. Let me talk about your impact before we move on to the next thing. The Jenkins Society, since last December, we were able to come together in the Student Center on East Campus, celebrate in person. Over the last 12 months, nearly $21 million has been documented through 42 different gifts. Nearly $21 million. That's amazing. We have 290 living Jenkins Society households or members. Of that, that's out of a total of 552 planned gifts, both living and deceased. Amazing support of the university. What that totals to, as we think about it, is nearly $250 million. North of $240 million has been given is in the pipeline for ECU, and a vast majority of that support will go towards our endowment. So, I mean, the impact of $250 million in future gifts coming to our university to support the endowment will continue what I already said: student success, of transforming our region, of serving our public. And it's just an amazing investment in our university. So I'm sorry that I didn't run through and name all the individuals. I hope you had a chance to read those. We had new members, but we also had a chance to recognize a few previous inductees, so to speak, to the Jenkins Society who have changed and increased their allocation to ECU through updating their plans. So you have my gratitude. I wish I could call you all forward, shake your hand, give you a hug. Thank you for what you do for the university and what you are intending to continue to do for the university. I do want to turn it back, Greg. I'm not going to give it to you just yet because I do want to share. We asked, as you registered, as we get prepared for today, we asked you to tell us why you give. And I'm not going to share too many for the point of time, but if you'll allow me, a couple of folks to share their quote. Timothy Royster made his gift this year and shares this wonderful narrative, or this great story of coming to ECU and sort of finding his way and what ECU meant to him and just what it meant to his career going forward, and a great story. But he ends it by saying, quote, "I can ramble on and on about my experience at East Carolina and how that impacted my life. But in a nutshell, if my gift can help one student to open their mind and challenge their mind as it did for me, then it's worth every penny and more." So great way to summarize, what it meant to him and his intention of helping future pirates. So great quote there. Let me share one more, if I may. Matt Slade and his wife Kelly up in New Jersey. Great pirates, very supportive, very involved in the university. Again, sort of shares that journey, shares where He first discovered ECU, how he became a pirate, how he longed to be a student here, and really what it meant to his career and their family. Very involved. He ends his comments by saying, "Leaving a planned gift ensures a legacy will continue for generations to follow, and I hope it will inspire those who they've been able to help pay it forward for future opportunities." Great quote, very meaningful. There's others. We want to be respectful of time. Thank you all for sharing your personal stories, sharing why giving to ECU is so meaningful to you, and how you are trying to impact the future. So Greg, are you there? Hey, Greg, thanks so much for allowing me a few minutes. It's a pleasure to serve as your Vice Chancellor for University Advancement. Every single day I get to work with students and faculty. I get to be on campus and see the impact of your gifts to our university. And I've got a great team. I'm so fortunate to work with Greg, and there's so many other folks who are behind the scenes here making today possible. So my gratitude to them. But thank you all for your gifts to ECU. Greg?
All right. Thank you, Vice Chancellor Dibba, and thank you for your leadership. And again, one more time for Ron and all he has done, the way he has served our great university. We're so thankful. Although we're unable to be together for our annual event, we wanted to show you that you're in our thoughts this holiday season. We're excited to partner with two outstanding pirate entrepreneurs, ECU young alumna Taylor Hicks Walden and EC Scholar student Grace Krell. Our partnership with these outstanding pirates gave us an opportunity to give back to you. You may have already received your first gift, something to adorn your holiday tree. These were made right here in Greenville by Simple and Sentimental. This company, founded by Taylor Hicks Walden, won first prize in the inaugural 2018 Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge, and she did this as an ECU student. She's now a December 2019 graduate of the College of Business. We give this to you as a small token of our appreciation for your generous support and in honor of our tradition of giving you an ornament at the annual Jenkins holiday event. We'd love to see how you use this ornament and others that we have given in the past. Please feel free to email us photos or hashtag your ornaments in social media at #ECU Jenkins Holiday. In the spirit of the holidays, we have one more surprise left. We'll also be sending you a gift through our partnership with Sweet Sip. Prior to even starting at ECU, Grace Krell's passion for eco-friendly world turned into Sweet Sip. In fact, she was named the 2018 Co-Outstanding First-Year Student at ECU. Grace is now a junior engineering major with minors in music and mathematics. As an EC Scholar, she's an avid classical and jazz musician, as well as a small business owner. You see, we have really talented students here. In 2019, she was the second place winner in the Pirate Entrepreneurship Challenge for her company Sweet Sip and her line of reusable straws. We hope you enjoy this eco-friendly gift that will be coming in the next few days, and it is COVID-friendly and reusable in a case and can be certainly cleaned and very useful in this time. Both Taylor and Grace embody the entrepreneurial spirit with hard work and pirate grit. Like you, they represent the best of East Carolina University. Please know we all look forward to a time again when we can get back together in person. In fact, we plan to invite you personally and recognize this group in some special way next December on campus. So perhaps Vice Chancellor Dibba will get that personal touch in the next year. In the meantime, please visit us virtually. We look forward to sending you other campus opportunities to tour our facilities virtually and to be part of Pirate Nation. Not even a pandemic can stop our pirate spirit. Finally, thank you for your very meaningful support and generosities. The relationships we forge with you and the gifts you make are so special. Your efforts encourage others to consider all aspects of giving. Your visionary benevolence and leadership will turn these current ripples into large waves of support for the future. I'm even hoping for a tidal wave. Please be safe and healthy, and here's to a great 2021. And finally, and always, go Pirates. Thanks for coming today.